Hello everyone. So I'm making fattoush, and I usually make it on three stages. The first one, I make the croutons, the Arabic croutons, which is pita bread that I open it in, and I split it, and then brush each side with olive oil, cut it into desired pieces, and put it on a baking pan, and I bake it at 400 degrees for 4 minutes until it's crispy, and then put it aside. So when I'm done with the pita or the croutons, I make my dressing and put it in the fridge. So the last thing I do is chop the vegetables, as you will see. Okay, so I spread it evenly before I put it in the preheated oven. Please see the recipe below the video for ingredients. I usually make a lot and don't really measure everything. So there's the croutons, they're so yummy. So for the dressing, I crush some garlic, about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic with salt. And then I have about half a cup of olive oil. I use 2.5 lemons. And here I have the pomegranate molasses, debis rumman, and pepper and SUMAC. And I add dried mint at the end, but when I have fresh mint, I usually chop it. I decided just to use dry mint, and I add it later. So I add the smashed garlic with salt, and then the pepper, the SUMAC, the lemon juice that I squeezed, and then the olive oil, and finally the pomegranate molasses, dibs rumman. Sometimes I add red wine vinegar. I didn't have it handy, so I didn't add it. So that's optional, and it's really good. I've tried it before. So if you have red wine vinegar, you could add 2 tablespoons or so. And just mix it, shake it really well, and put it in the fridge until you're ready to chop the vegetables. Now, I washed and cleaned the day before 3 bunches of parsley, and I have green onions, 1 bunch of radish, 2 cucumbers, 1 head of romaine lettuce, 4 large tomatoes, and 1 red pepper and 1 green pepper. So I use those and I chop them. So I chop the lettuce first, and it doesn't have to be too small, like as you desire. It doesn't have to be really as small as tabbouleh. It can be bigger. I don't know, this time I kind of made it smaller than usual, but it all works. It tastes really good. So I chop all these vegetables, and then add dried mint to them, mix them all together, and then I will add the dressing and croutons. You know, some people don't chop the parsley as fine as I do. It's up to you. Chop, chop, chop. There's the tomatoes. Again, they don't have to be as small as the tabbouleh, and it's up to you. I got those tomatoes from the farm. They're so good. The freshest you can get. I'll stack them all together. Now time for the bell peppers. So I chop the green one and then the red one. Again, you can go bigger. For some reason this time I made my chopping smaller. Now the radish. Again, you can do it like half moons. You can do circles and do half moons. But again, for some reason, I cut it smaller. So everything is optional. It's up to you. Radish tastes good with the fattoush. Now I think I'm all done. Oh, still have the cucumbers. And so the cucumbers were a little bigger than I want, so I peeled part of it. If it's fresh and small, I don't peel it. And I cut it to small cubes too. There, it's all ready to be mixed. I have the croutons ready. And the dressing. There's the mint. So I always have dry mint. I like to add it. I add it to the tabbouleh when I don't have fresh mint. And I also add it to the fattoush. It's just as good. So I rub the dry mint between my hands just to make sure it's really fine. Mix it all together really well. And all what you have to do is to add the dressing, mix it all well. Taste for the salt, because I didn't add salt unless other than what I added to the garlic. So you may need salt. So there's the dressing right there. Mix it all together, and usually when I make it for people who would eat, the bread, I mix it with the croutons all together just before I serve. But this time I decided to keep the croutons on the side. That way people can serve themselves and they can mix it in their own bowl. So there you go. Enjoy. صحتين وعافية.